spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Ohio Bobcats, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Buckeyes will kick it away first. Looking for blockers. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Ohio's offense takes the field to start this game off. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Here comes the heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And this defense, this crowd, this atmosphere, it can rattle an offense in a hurry.
You can shake them up. When you can get to the quarterback and affect them, we all know they become very human. They start seeing things. And with this crowd, they can't hear anything. This place is going absolutely nuts. Nice job rushing the passer, igniting the crowd.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
I wonder about that play call on 3rd and long. Maybe just trying to get themselves a little bit more real estate, but it didn't fool the defense. They create another negative play now deep in the opponent's territory. The defense has just been dominant on this drive.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So Ohio State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. Well, that score leaves you with a burning question. Who had that dude? Whoever it was wasn't close.
No, and the receiver was able to run right by him and get to the end zone and camp out and put up his tent and build the fire and fill up the coffee pot and just about everything else in time before the guy decided to even get remotely close to him.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, this defense has set the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Punt is in the air. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Dropping back, it's Sayin. He's got the tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly complete. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They'll give it to the back. Cross the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 and a first down.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal for them.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. Right back to the well. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Peoples. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense, we just can't find any answers.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun. Give on the inside. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Rush is on him. And they get get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubting. Quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking for a man. It's Navarro. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
What an individual effort that time, beating this guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D-linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game wrecker.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they got him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. And some room to work. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Looking for a man. It's Sayed. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Breaks a tackle and he's got room. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Tight ends nowadays, they're oversized wide receivers. They run routes like wide receivers, that they make people miss now in space. They're guys that are now featured in offenses where in the past that wasn't the case.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Boom. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got the quick pass. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Got a little space. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Safe completion on the screen. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it up to 12. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Using his legs, it's Donaldson. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. To the air, it's Sayin. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll leave it with him. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass, it's Navarro. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Man, these balls thrown way down the field. This is a lot of times when you see those pass interference or receivers adjusting the ball and DB's not. This time you could tell the defender did a great job understanding where the ball was going, got his hand on it, made sure the receiver couldn't make the play.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. He takes it at the 45. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tries to take the top off. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. On the move, it's Peoples. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Sayin. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they take it in for 6 more points. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields. Might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Gossett. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Bobcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in, it's Harris. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
That was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play some.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Navarro. Oh, they're after him. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
And the Bobcats will punt it away on 4th down. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. First step of this drive comes from their own 44. Going right to work up top. Quick completion on the out route. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. And that one's incomplete.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Peoples. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You want to stop the jet sweep and be successful, get some penetration right now towards those edges, right where they're running the football. Defense was ready, got him on the ground, and stopped that play before it ever got started.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. To the air, it's Sayed. They've got the screen set up. Turning it on! They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And the Buckeyes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Navarro. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I know, everyone's yelling like you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a third down. And guess what? Nowadays, fourth down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a fifth if they can't move the chains. That's caught. It's Gossett. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Bobcats will bring the punt team onto the field. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Finds his man. It's Tate. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Might as well give it to him again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Caught close to the marker. It's Tate. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Quick release on the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved him forward just a few.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Scanning the field, it's Sayin. Quarterback can pull the trigger and down he goes at the 41.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Puts it out of the air. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and sell it.
It's good. Easy call for the ref. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll try the run. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case there. They try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes the grab on the big throw. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Looking downfield, it's Navarro. Pressure coming. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up and they cannot get it done.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback on the keeper. Quarterback has to protect himself, gets down with the slide.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Punt is on its way. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Under fire. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the grab. It's Tate. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Going for it all. Snags it on the right. Oh, he's got some space. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Fires to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
It'll be 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds his man. It's Smith. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now it's 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Setting up the screen. Touchdown Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These guys wanted to make a statement. Statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. No, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. From the gun, running back gets to give. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll do it himself. There he goes. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. I don't blame them. They're going to keep working this guy out of the slot until somebody finds a way to stop him.
Yeah, and why wouldn't you? Man, you find a matchup that's working, and you got a guy with this kind of athletic ability in the slot, dude, keep finding him, keep using different routes. So far, the defense doesn't have an answer for him.
The handoff as they run the counter play here. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll send the tight end in motion. trying to impose their will with the run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. To throw, it's Navarro. They're setting up the screen. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the second half.
To the ground with the back. Quick spin on the run. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting it second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Bobcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Wants to throw on first down. He's going to let it go. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Got a man. It's Hendricks. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
The Bobcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back to throw. It's Navarro. Pocket breaking down. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And these are the ones that they just add up, and they're so frustrating for a defender. Trust me, I'm a defensive guy. It's just annoying. You get him in 3rd and medium. They're going to pass the football. You play the pass well, but man, does he have a good feel, and he just pulls it down, and it's almost like he knew exactly where he had to get. Smart scramble. Nice job getting the first down.
Got it in the middle. It's Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bobcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. You can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hendricks. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bobcats.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen and anything can change after you score like that.
On to attempt the
The
try.
kicker is on for the extra point.
Bangs it through for an extra point. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Just a short pass to the tight end. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely.
And with that pass right there, dude, he goes over 350 on the day. Nice performance as QB's been dialed in.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
The Bobcats will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll open this third quarter with a run. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Might as well stick with him. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Got his man down the middle. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Reading the option, it's Sayin. Got the first down. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
Slithers into space. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 balls at the 18.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
The carry goes
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see some of these jet sweeps, and they were ready that time. Great job communicating before the snap. Everybody had their eyes in the right place, and they're able to tackle the receiver for a loss.
They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. He makes a grab. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
You got to be impressed by what you just saw from this offense. They're already in the red zone, right? The coach is telling the quarterback, be smart, don't do anything crazy with the football. We can't turn it over. We're already in field goal range, and he's like, nah, man, I got my matchup one-on-one. I know where I'm going, and not just that. We're not just going to get the first.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. The other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
Lining up for the PAT.
For the extra point.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Bringing it back. And the returner is stopped. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. It's a fumble. And he was able to get back on top of his own fumble. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The give to the tailback. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And the Bobcats get it past the sticks.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. The give on the inside. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Back to throw, it's Navarro. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Hendricks. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
The Bobcats are moving quickly down the field. Off play action on 1st down. With the catch, it's Gossett. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
They'll run play action. Caught over the middle. It's Hendricks. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
And the Bobcats will snap it on 1st and 10. They're going to run it. powers through the defender. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
The Bobcats didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Wants to throw. It's Navarro. Here's a heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
And the Bobcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Gossett. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Here comes the heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game, are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Splits the uprights. Good. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got his man on the right. Breaks into the open. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
After that huge play, let's see if they can punctuate it. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. Now the play fake. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking for space, it's Peoples. Oh, sweet feet! They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight end and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Dropping back, it's Sayin. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him, Reese.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. On the move. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Handoff from the gun. Follows that surge up front. He's got 5 out to the 13.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off the blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
Looking downfield, it's Navarro. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side. Watch out. But they had a great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. 1st and goal. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Touchdown, Ohio State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, you can't get momentum in a game any better than they just did. Defensively, you get the turnover. Right away, your offense jogs on the field. You take a shot deep, you hit it for a touchdown. They've got a lot of explosive playmakers on this offense, and you saw it right there.
He'll try to tack on one more.
For the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Unloads it left. Got his man downfield. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Quarterback and receiver on the same page there on the curl route. Nice job by the receiver finding the soft spot in zone and just settling down, making that throw a whole bunch easier.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Back to pass, it's Navarro. Rushes on him. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Gonna sling it on second down. Trying to set up the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I tell you what, really good job by the defense. They did not bite on it thinking it was a long pass down the field. You could tell they were ready for it. As soon as they saw the screen, they broke on it, got the running back down super quick.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the first down.
And that's why as a defense you want to set up 3rd and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football and they're able to make a tackle.
The Bobcats will call on their punt team. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop and they'll mark it at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Looking for a gap. It's Peoples.
The carry is the runback. Picks up. Brings up 2nd down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He'll keep it himself. Got the first down and more. You know those defenders wanted to light him up. Quarterback wisely gets down with the slide.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Turning it on! Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
To the air, it's Sayin. Gets it out quickly. Fights off the defender. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead. They're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Looking downfield on first down. He's got it on the move. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
This is just unreal. I mean, just continues to stack up numbers now. Almost to 500 yards on the day. Most people can't do that on air. He has been hitting his wide receivers left and right, putting up huge yards.
He'll pull it on the read. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Nice move, creates some space. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Fires to the big fella. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Navarro. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
And the Bobcats will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Now on 2nd down. Looking for a crease, it's Peoples. Got the 1st down and more. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
Couldn't really get started there. Pick up of 1 to the 35.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws to the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Run in the red zone, it's Peoples. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Offenses ice football games in the 4th quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
Dropping back, it's Sayed. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run for it. And the Buckeyes have enough for the 1st down.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late running the ball on 3rd.
The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And he added the extra point. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Navarro. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Kick is in the air. Now on the return. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. To the air on 1st down. Quickly complete. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Caught behind the line. It's Peoples. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. And the Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. On the run, it's Peoples. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
He's tackled at the 26. 2nd down.
Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. They go to the ground. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on first and goal. A run for the quarterback. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air, it's Navarro. Bringing the heat. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
You know, we don't see this very much in college football anymore. Quarterbacks just taking care of their bodies and making smart decisions. Get down on the ground so you don't take one of these big hits from these nasty defense players and just give yourself a chance to make it through the rest of this game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give on the option. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Brings up third down.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll run the sneak for it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Back to pass, it's Sayin. Trying to barrel in. Tight end trying to get in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Defensively, man, I play so much more man coverage when it gets down near the red zone, down inside the 20-yard line, this area of the field. I got less space to cover. I don't have to worry about them running way down the field really deep, but I do have to worry about them finding ways to get wide receivers, tight ends, speed the ball.
Looking for the end zone, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They'll try to tack 1 more on their score. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Under fire. The throw. Good timing on the quick out. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Navarro. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys bail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
The Bobcats will punt this one away. Here's the return. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. They want that clock to run. Oh, he's got some space. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
They ran it on first down, now on second. The give to the back. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Sayed. Got his man. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
At the 48-yard line. Now, a fourth down.
The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've got, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
And the Bobcats can really attack on this second and short. From the gun, the running back has it. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.